everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're diving into some more Secrets of Power leaders, and we're going to see kind of a mini series, not really, but sure, of what's really good with Data Vault right now. As you can tell, I've been piloting Cassian Data Vault a lot lately. Very much enjoy that deck. But we're going to look into the villainous side of things, and I'm going to try out this new Palpatine with Data Vault. So what does he do? He is a blue villainous leader. Pay 1, search the top 5 cards of your deck with card with plot, reveal it, and draw it. A little bit like Kylo from Legends of the Force. He does flip on 7, is same as Kylo, but he is a 6/8, and the backside of him is when you deploy him, the first plot card you play costs 3 less. Very relevant text for a lot of things that's going on in this deck. Again, we paired this with Data Vault, so blue, green, villainous. We're gonna kind of find out if this is where you want to be for the blue, green, villainous style strategy. Is ECL kind of old news, or is Data Vault with blue villainous the way to go? We saw how good Iden Data Vault was. Is this better? We'll find out. Here's the deck list. Let's go over it real quick. We've got Timely Intervention. This goes hand in hand with a lot of things, but we really are only running 2 copies due to only running 2 of the 6-drop Vader. And there's not much else we want to ambush in right away. The rest kind of play out the way they should play out. So I thought 2 would be a good number. There's a lot of 2s in this deck, which seems kind of crazy with a Data Vault deck, but because we're this like kind of aggro control deck that gets to the 7 resource before we die a lot of the time, I thought it wasn't necessary to have a whole bunch of threes of everything, because then you can fit more answers to more things into your deck. Especially since a lot of Carabast right now is a best of 1 type format, and what we do for these videos usually ends up being best of 1, which by the way I do want to dive into some best of 3s in the future here, but as of right now we're sticking to this best of 1 scenario. So we've got 2 Timelies, we've got 2 Colonel Yularens. This card's actually super sweet with what's going on in the deck, because there is a bunch of green cards that we are playing. We've got Jar Jar, we've got Major Partagast, we've got Chancellor Palpatines, we've got Super Laser Techs, Maz Amida, let's see, Mauls, Darth Vaders, Reinforcement Walkers, and Devastators. And then in game 2s we have Relentless, so that's really cool. We're running Pershing for obvious reasons, draws a bunch of cards, because you can play this on the first turn of the game, and then turn 2, play another 2-drop, like Inferno 4, even Major's pretty good to get set up, or just set up a Yularen if possible, and then also draw off of Palpatine's ability, essentially getting 2 cards out of the top of your deck, which is really sweet. Jar Jar's a 3 of in this deck, unlike my Cassian, because 1, he's got the official trait, which matters with Partagast. And I think just Jar Jar's absolutely crazy as a green base card. Big cards to note in this deck are this Chancellor Palpatine. I think this card is absolutely disgusting for almost every green villainous deck right now that wants to deploy a leader, so every deck. And then moving down to the 4-drops, because it's typical removal and ramp in the 3 slot. But we've got the Maz Amida. The Slymore is actually kind of sweet. If they have a big board, you can just play this out without the plot. A lot of the times I'm just playing this out in the late games to survive. For this phase, each enemy unit gets -2/-0 while attacking a base, which is super huge. It even has some play in the mid game on 4. That way they have to attack into your stuff, which saves you health essentially, which is really cool. We're trying 2 Unveiled Might. I actually removed this from Cassian. It's stuck in that Naboo Starfighter or whatever that gives your leader raid 2 and overwhelm. I know Cassian does Overwhelm already, but that's another discussion. We've got 2 Felda Dragons, 2 Cad Banes, 3 No Glory only results. This Cad Bane is actually really sweet. It removes spies out of play and also can just hit a lot of things, especially if you're attacking into them. We've got, No Glory only results. I'm trying out 2 Overwhelming Barrage. My original list didn't have it in it, but I think it can be situationally good with the way this deck runs. If you just like drop a big body and then play Overwhelming Barrage, you can clear the board. We've got 2 Darth Vader Twilight of the Apprentice to go with the Timely Interventions. We're trying out 2 of this Dogmatic Shock Squad, because it does have plot, and when you deploy Palpatine, you can play. And like, let's say I don't have a Chancellor Palpatine in my resources, right? I can play this out for 3 and still play like Slymore or Unveiled Might or 2 Jar Jars, you know what I mean? To like buff up something that I'm going to attack with, or to even just make this an 8-10 for the turn, which seems kind of crazy. Or I can like make this a 6-8, use the other Jar Jar to buff something else that's in play. Seems pretty good to me, so we're trying it out. We've got a couple Rivals Fall in the deck. No blue deck is going to exist in pre-rotation without Rivals Fall in some number in it. And because we're a Data Vault deck, we're running 2 instead of 1 like we would normally do in a 50-card deck. Just consistency is key. Data Vault usually struggles with consistency sometimes. We're trying out a 2-2 split of Maul and Vader. There's some play just to like pick one or the other, but I like what they both do for this deck. Maul is just a really good overwhelming ambushing unit, right? It just comes in and cleans stuff up pretty nicely. But Vader has a lot of play too as well. It can find Chancellor Palpatines. It can find the Major Pargas. It can find Inferno 4s. It can find a Super Laser Tech if you need it to. There's just a lot of significant cards. It's mainly to find this Palpatine if I haven't seen one yet, or if like one's been burned up and not used, like the when played isn't as useful anymore. It will be in the late game because those 2 Sentinels could really matter. And then we are trying out Reinforcement Walkers as a 2 of. Again, 2-2 split between my 8 drops. I've got Reinforcement Walker and Supreme Leader Snoke. I was trying to convince myself that this wasn't going to be good, but then I started really thinking about it. It just doesn't allow spy tokens to exist, right? Which is relevant in this new format. It just like spy tokens don't exist, TIE Fighters don't exist. Anything with 2 just doesn't exist. Plus, it actually saves me from being hit as hard, which is really cool. We've got 2 Avengers and then 2 Devastators to top the deck off. Super Laser Blast in the sideboard. There is some play to being in the main, but I think the way this deck's playing out, you don't really want to blow up your whole field just to deal with their field. So we'll see if that bites us in the butt or not, but go ahead, let me know in the comments below if you would run Super Laser Blast in the main. We've got some Confiscates, some Traitorous, some Relentless, and some Entrenched. That's the deck, folks, and we'll catch you guys in the games. Alright, everyone, we're here with Chancellor Palpatine Data Vault versus Emperor Palpatine Blue Force. This is probably keepable. Throw the Avenger down. We'll go ahead and play Inferno 4. I want to top. That's fine. And I think I put down the Sly more. If they ramp, we probably ramp. We'll just hit for 2 as well. I'll play Resupply. Pass. We can throw down Palpatine. That's Coolio. I can No Glory only results the Super Laser Technician here and ramp again. So now I can Vader next turn already, which is super huge. I could also flip my leader if I wanted to. I'll go 2. Sure, Inferno 4. What do we have in here with plot? Could find another card. Yeah, let's go this. And claim. So now we've got options. I'm going to throw it on power because that's not the greatest right now. What I could do is Vader and try to find a Palpatine and then flip later. That could be good. That could be good. Nah, we'll flip. And we'll play the Palpatine. And then trigger, I'll play Slymore, why not? They could Overwhelming Barrage here, but I don't think that's the worst thing for me. So they're taking out the Sentinels. That's cool. They'll not get to draw. So what I'm going to do is hit into base. And then hit into base for another 6. And then next turn I have options between Darth Vader and Reinforcement Walker. Or I could just play this Dogmatic Squad. So they'll hit here. That's probably fine. So they'll probably just take these 2 out. Which then, if that's the case, I think I still hit them because they're -2 if they hit the base, which is fine. Claim here. Does nothing. Slymore's really good. Slymore's really good. Now I have the options. Again, I don't think power is going to be insane. So I can Vader to try to find another Palpatine. And that would be pretty sweet. Oh, they just go ahead and concede. Well, is what it is. Looks like we were able to take down the OG Palp. We'll catch you guys in the next game. Alright everybody, we're at it against a Yularen green deck. Let's see what we can do. This is a pretty baity hand, so we're going to get rid of it. Alright, we got a mods, we've got Super Laser Tech. I'm feeling pretty good. We can throw down the plot cards. Yeah, I'm feeling okay about this. Let's go ahead and just play Krennic so we can start drawing some cards. I think I'll throw the Timely down here because we already have a Maz down there. And I think that's going to be good for next turn. So let's just go ahead and draw a card. Ooh, actually, let me undo that. Let me undo that. I want to do this first. So I can ramp myself. That's the way to do it. I'll claim here. So we're going to be on 5 now. Yularen would be good. But I think I just need to slam this guy down and search for something. And I want to keep my late game stuff. So I think what we do is we draw a card. See what we can do. Okay, that's a good draw. That's a really good draw. And he flips on 5, so we'll be able to Rivals Fall it immediately. And that's probably fine. That's okay. We'll go ahead and just play this guy. Choose nothing because it's others. Do I want to try to draw a card with plot here? Oh boy. No, I think I kind of want to... I can't really overwhelming barrage correctly here. Yeah, there's not a lot of stuff I can do with that. So I guess we will. We'll throw one down, that's fine. We're not seeing any of our early game stuff, which is a little frustrating. This is why I didn't like overwhelming barrage in this list, because it just doesn't do what you want it to. There's so much stuff with high toughness right now. Right? There's just so much stuff with high toughness right now that it just like doesn't matter. And if you're not like double ramping, maybe instead of overwhelming barrage, we play resupply carrier just so we can go faster into the late game. Plus, it gives us a space threat. See, now overwhelming barrage does absolutely nothing, and I'm not feeling great about it. Like, not at all. Sure, this is going to allow him to hit me for a bunch. Found a Palpatine. Wonderful. We needed that. We needed that. Something fierce. So we're going to throw the Palpatine down. Next turn we can Timely Vader, if I'm correct, which is sweet. So we're almost there. We're going to play Palpatine for free. Then we're going to play the Dogmatic Squad, I think. That probably helps us a lot. 2 Vaders down there, though. That's our 2 Vaders. Yikes. But we do have Maul, and we do have the 6-drop Vader, which is cool. Let's go ahead and just take that out while we can. Sure, they'll take out my leader, and I don't care. They could take out one of my Sentinels. I claim. This takes out Sentinel. They hit me for 6. They could also trade in, but they don't. Interesting. Interesting. But now my overwhelming barrage is pretty good. We'll be on 8, so I can like overwhelming barrage. Huh. I could also play Mazamita. But I could also just play Snoke, and that would be pretty good too. Oh man, this is tough. If I overwhelming barrage, what does that do for me? Let's overwhelming barrage here, and we'll just take out your leader. That way, Palp can come in and clean this up if I need to. And I can still power if he doesn't play something out. I'll just power. And now this can come in and clean up pretty much anything. They could have a Maul here to take this out, but I guess that's not the worst thing in the world. Yeah, that's... Oh, what? What? I'll just claim here because now I get a free kill on this, which is huge. Yeah, that's pretty huge. Let's just go ahead and Avenger. Let's see what they want to do here. I'm not dead from this, so let's go ahead and just take care of the spy token. Sure, I'll claim. Now this is where it's going to start getting crazy for us. So I think getting rid of... This is tough. I think Jar Jar's not going to do what I want it to right now. So let's go ahead and Timely Invader. Shield token here. Here. Let's ambush here. Remove this. And now anything they play, that's fine. We'll just get rid of that. I'll take care of that. I'll play Yularen and heal and pass. And now we have Devastator, which is huge. Mazamita is probably my least favorite thing right now. It does help us get there, but we ended up getting there. Wonderful, dude. Okay, so this deck, it's grindy. I don't think that this is the best blue-green villainous deck by far, but I do think it has a lot of play. You just have to be patient. You have to not get nervous about getting a bunch of damage on your base, because you can start recovering from that. Other than that, deck's pretty sweet. If you guys like the video, leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know what you would be running in the main, what you wouldn't be running in the main. I'm happy to hear about it. And remember, God is life. He is the truth. He is the way. He is Yahweh. And we'll catch you guys in the next one.